today's video, I have gold chart in front of me, so you can see this is XAUUSD, and I'm going to be analyzing the gold chart right here. And I know this is the pair everybody wants to trade. This is everybody's favorite. So, right. So, what exactly is happening on gold? What are we expecting on gold? So, I'm going to screen share to the daily time frame. So, let's plot out some key levels and let's see how you can trade off them. All right. So, this is daily time frame in front of me, and I'm just going to plot out the small little levels. So we don't need to plot out much level because we know gold is really in an uptrend, and we are just going through a consolidation phase for now. And how can we trade this particular pair? What exactly are we expecting? All right, so let's go. So I plot out this first level, and I'm just going to clone this and put it at this bottom because I'm not going to ignore this. So because this was exactly where gold reacted from. All right, so if I try to zoom out, it's not just a level. We actually respected it when it was going up, break it, it tested it, then went up, then came back there again. We have some consolidation right about there now. All right, so and this area as well is also what a demand candle. So if I have to put out this candle here, this is actually a demand candle, and you can see when it went there, this is exactly where it came to started rejecting again. But we don't need it. I'm going to delete this one because I do not like plenty things on the chart. I would like the chart to be very neat. All right. So I can also spot a peanut pattern triangle playing out here. So if you know the peanut pattern, it's one of the chart pattern. So this one is actually a bullish peanut pattern, and we also have the upper side from this point here, connect it to this one here, then drag it down. All right. So that's it there. So that's the peanut pattern there. So you can see this was a nice drop off, and we actually consolidating inside of this peanut triangle. So we're actually consolidating inside of this peanut pattern. So and peanut pattern, this one is a bullish peanut pattern. So we are expecting a break above. But are we going to see the break above here? That's exactly what we are going to analyze together. All right. So I'm going to go to the 4 hour time frame since we already plot everything we need right here. So we just okay with this level. So let's go straight to the 4 hour time frame. So on the 4 hour time frame, you can spot this area here, this particular moves here as a demand area as well, just like we have at this point where price breaks above it and we tested it. So we also have one here. So I'm going to plot out this particular one that is here too. So and I'm going to plot it as a support level. I'm not going to plot it as a demand level. I'm going to plot it as a support level. All right. So this was here. It was the resistance. It breaking it tested it, then it becomes support. So that's where I'm going to plot it. And I think we are okay with the 4 levels we have now. We are okay with the little level we plotted now. So at this point here, where price rejected from here, this was a very nice area. So let me just click on this one and clone it. And I'm going to put it right above here. So you can see that this was a very nice area where the trend line and the support level meets, and we have this massive rejection to the upside. And if you have count this view very well, this was the first touch on this trend line. This is the second touch, and here is the third touch. So we only have a little retracement, but you see that I didn't touch trend line, so it still stand at the third touch too. So which third touch? And if you have watched my first video, I did talk about third touch always doing the magic, and third touch is pushing it all right up to this point. But on this upper side as well, don't forget that we have a first touch here as well, second touch here as well. This also is third touch. So let me highlight what I mean here out. So this is the first touch here. We have the second touch here too as well. And here, present place here now is also what we are expecting a what third touch at this zone here. So this first touch, second touch, third touch, same thing here, first touch, second touch, this first touch, second touch, third touch. So let me just highlight it out see for this downside as well. So actually found this two area here at the third touch. So and we have 3 touches completed at the bottom. We are only waiting for the third one at the top to complete. So if the touch complete, are we going to what pray to the downside, start dropping all the way here? Because actually I'm expecting. So let me delete it because I would not like to burn the chart on my this thing. So very nice here. So actually, I'm expecting, if you watch my last previous video on gold, I was where gold was at this point here. I was expecting this particular drop to drop all the way to this point, but it's only dropped a little, and this particular trade took me out on a break even, and it started rallying up before I later formed this triangle. So why I was expecting it to drop here is because when price was in this range, by the time it broke out, this was the last low it created, and this was the last high we could see here. So if I connect this low, this particular last low to this particular last high and drag it out, you see that gold is not yet inside of this Fibonacci golden zone. And you know, I always talk about this Fibonacci golden zone a lot. So which is this middle, and that's why I was still waiting. I was still expecting gold to drop at this point here. I was expecting to drop here. If it has dropped, it would have been a very nice trade. I would have only that buy from this point, even at the current situation it is now. But that didn't happen, which I'm not still disputing this particular area. I'm still focusing. I mean this area. I'm still watching this area very, very well. So let me delete this Fibonacci now, and let's analyze it together. All right. So at this present place it is now, we are kind of expecting a top touch on this trend here. So if this top touch happen on this trend here, and we see something like a reversal candlestick pattern like this, so you can see this the same pattern, a bullish candle, initial candle, and a bearish candle, a bullish candle, initial candle, then a bearish candle. So if we have this as a bullish candle, the next 4 hour indecision, then we have another bearish candle, then we might be dropping what all the way down to these points. Yeah, we might be dropping back to the zone. But trying to, what I'm expecting is it's just a drop to the zone here. Then we might see the next move, which might even break out to this upside. But first, I'm seeing a drop here. And if you have a drop here, you might also see something like a retest and drop down. So it's two possible outlook we are seeing. I'm expecting on this gold. It's either we come here with this, then drop down all the way to this area. Let me just to this area. I'm expecting it to drop to, or is what go back inside here. There's this area and then continue going up. So this is what I mean. We test this area here, then continue going up. So those are the possible two things I'm seeing on gold. But on this top touch of this zone here, I'm expecting a drop. That's exactly what I'm expecting for. But if that didn't happen, so this is what I mean. This particular touch here, I'm expecting a drop here, a drop to this point. But if that didn't happen, so you have to remember that market is what? Market is reactive, not predictive. So if that didn't happen, then we see a nice break above with an above here. Then I may consider switching my bias to bullish move, which I'll be expecting more bullish move on gold or retest here. Then I'm like, taking it more higher, taking it more higher. So this is exactly what I'm expecting with gold. So at this point, gold it is now is a point where we need to forward and observe the market. What exactly is it going to do at this major area? So what exactly we go to at this major area? So we have to see that nice touch here. So if I have to go to the 1 hour time frame, so let's see. So we see we are not yet to touch this one very well. So we need to touch it. So before we can decide, once we touch it, then we have a confirmation. If you have to come to this 1 hour, 1 hour will also give you confirmation. Also, by the time frame you are on, we give you that confirmation. All right, we give you that confirmation. So you will see that when it came here, okay, let me make this trend line touch it very well because that was the second touch there. So coming to 1 hour, I can see that it's not touching it very well. So good. So we have a nice touch there. This is the first one. So I'm actually using the week so you can see it is the nice touch here. So on the 1 hour, we actually get a confirmation. As you see, last bullish, then we have one red candle, then you see some little consolidation. Once you see that little consolidation, the next way that follow with pure was confirmation entry. So same thing here, we come here, we must see similar thing. So this was a bullish candle what that moved up this one. Then we have an initial candle, then we have a bearish candle, which is a clear reversal. But since price has not really touched this zone very well, that's why I used to be more careful. So I'll wait for it to touch it very well. Then it came here, it touched it, then we have a what bearish candle, which is what become the confirmation. So and you can see price started dropping. But if it needs even still get the confirmation here, you can still get the confirmation because this was the last low that was created. As price is moving up, this was the last low that was created, then went up. Then wait for this low to be taken out and revisit. And revisit, this is what I mean. This was the last low here. So wait for it. You see that this one didn't take it out. So wait for it to take it out and revisit. So what I mean by revisit is this low is taken out here, then wait for a pullback. So the first confirmation candle you get should be your entry, and this is it here. And not just that, we also you can also use this particular zone here because you see after the consolidation, this was a very nice zone. Perhaps plug this zone out, excuse me. Perhaps plug this zone out. This was a very nice zone. So this was the zone we checked when it breaks it, we test when it breaks this zone here, it tested it, but didn't take out this zone, then end up taking out this zone. When it take out this zone, if price want to drop, this should be the zone I'll give the confirmation. So you have to understand chart pattern, market structures and all this stuff. So and this was the what this was a nice break below it and the retest of it, and this should be the entry. And not just that, if I have to use this range from this point here, this high to this low. So let's do it together. I'm going to use Fibonacci from this high to this low here. So what do you notice? This was what? This was a nice push into the Fibonacci golden zone. So let me just do this one very well. So you can see this is 0.618. So this was a nice split here. Then we have this red candle closing back below it. So since we have that close back below, it is the confirmation that this level is holding. So you can actually combine different things, different tools together to use as a trading. So you don't just do trend line like price after trend line, you want to take the next trade. No, you just add it to confirmation, add it to candlestick confirmation, use of Fibonacci tools, support level is in the play, market structure was the last structure taken out. So combine all these stuff, then you are good to go. You are going to have a better hedge of the market. So this is just the way I analyze the chart. So same thing what I'm expecting from this here is a nice put here. Once we have a nice put here, now this point will be what where am I even be interested in taking the entry? But this is exactly the similar thing we have here. Does it look similar? Yes. We have it here, price rejected, then came back up, break it, consolidated around it, with a shoot up, then came back, break it, we tested it, came down, we tested it again, then dropped. Now look at this point. Look at this first drop here. Is this exactly drop you are seeing? Then went back there, consolidated around it there. So you can see this rejection again. Then went up, break it, and retest it. So this was a nice what break and the retest of it went up. So once it's already trend line, then once it's coming, now this is the last low that is created now, this particular low can see this like a low, another low. So this was last low. So you only what if price is coming back down. This is where is that? Excuse me. So this once you touch it here, once price coming back down, wait for it to take out this particular low like this, then wait for price to push back here, and then you can continue taking it down to the downside. And this is what this from here to this point here, we also be in line with the Fibonacci. So this low will be what taking out. So this is how you want to trade. But remember, price is what the active, not predictive. So we can come here and blow up it, retest it. So once you blow up it, retest it, it might give a fake out. So you have to wait for the retest and then go be closing above the retest. That's the confirmation. If you didn't see that, price might just break above it, become a fake out, taking out stops, then before dropping. So this what these are the um key levels we want to watch out for before taking any trade on gold. And this is I just give you example of how you can enter this particular trade. All right, how you can take this trade. So this is exactly how we'll be taking this trade at the moment. And you can see I'm analyzing on the 4 hour time frame presently. This is the 1 hour time frame, which we started from the daily time frame. And I use the top analysis approach to approach the markets, then comes to the lower time frame to take entry. So we can also have a very nice entry on the 15 minutes time frame. So coming down to the 15 minutes time frame. So like SMC traders used to say, they say all these weeks that gather here is what is liquidity. So price they would like price take out liquidity then before they drop. So which is in line with the what the SMC strategy as well. I think they use liquidity, they use the dollar sign. Yeah. So you can see, so exactly, so we might have that nice touch. So even without you, no matter the strategy you are trading, I see something they are all the same. It just depends on how you see them, how you analyze it. So let's wait for the nice touch here, then they break down below, the retest it, then we can now take the trade back into the zone. So this is exactly what I'm expecting on gold. But remember, price is what predictive, not price is reactive, not predictive. So we actually see a nice blow off here, a bit in the continuation. So anything can happen. We don't make the market, all right. So we only analyze what we see and we trade what we see, all right. So and I think that brings me to the end of this analysis. And just want to be very, very conservative. And once what we're expecting happen here, which is the nice breakdown here, the first level target is going to be this area here. Because you can see there's a lot of consolidation around this point. But once price drop to this point, take part of the profits, break even your trade, then wait for it to now drop to this point. So if you now drop to the point, we take what the full TP. So this is exactly what I'm just expecting on good, and this is how I'm going to be trading it. At the same time, I'm going to be managing the trade. All right. So and if you just come to the channel for the first time, you want to smash the subscribe button, drop a like, and don't forget to click on that notification bell so you don't stay alerted when I drop also content like this. Also, click on this particular video to watch some of my so watch my previous video, and also click on this playlist to watch other video as well. And I actually dropped a video a long time ago where I was talking about the chart pattern that gold respected a lot. You can just go to the channel, watch the video, and I also talked about how to trade the falling knife strategy. Is one of the best strategy that's worked very well on gold. So you can watch that video to also trade it. And I see you in my other video. Peace out.